Hi everyone, Veronica here, and I'm back in the daily kitchen today. I just got back from Trader Joe's. I did a huge 1-month Trader Joe's haul of vegan foods that are perfect for making quick, cheap, and easy vegan dinners. I know a lot of people are probably doing the Veganuary challenge this month, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to share with you some really quick and easy and very inexpensive dinners that you can prepare for up to a family of 4. My whole budget for this whole haul was just $215, and I'm pretty sure, I think we could swing it, that this is going to make dinners every night for an entire month for 4 people for just about $7 a dinner. When you purchase items in like all at one time as a haul like this, at one shopping trip, then you can actually purchase some staples like olive oil and sauces and a big bag of flour all at one time and use that to stretch through an entire month, which is why I chose to purchase a big haul like this time. So let's dive into what I purchased. I'm just going to share with you all the different ingredients that I plan to be using, some meal ideas, and share with you approximate prices of what things cost. So everything here is totally vegan. It's plant-based, and let's dive in. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I've been growing this channel for the last year, and recently you guys have been really loving these vegan Trader Joe's hauls. So I plan to keep doing a lot more of these and keep you inspired. Trader Joe's is one of my very favorite grocery stores. I've been shopping there for about 30 years now, and I really have that store down like the back of my hand. So I'm excited to share with you all my vegan tips and tricks for using just Trader Joe's ingredients. So make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel, because throughout this whole month, I plan to be using these ingredients to make Trader Joe's dinners. So let's dive in. All right, so here's a quick overview of all of the items that I chose for this vegan grocery haul at Trader Joe's. As you can see, I've kind of sorted it by different types of foods. Like we have our legumes over here. I have some seasonings and sauces over here. And then I have some grains in this area. And then I have vegetables in this area. So we're gonna kind of break it down based on what I chose. I'm also gonna share with you my shopping list. So let's check out the total here. It was $214.36 for 94 items. So I was so shocked at this much, $215 basically for an entire month of dinners is really good for a family of 4. So I'm pretty confident that with everything I purchased here, for the most part, that we can make dinner for every night for an entire month. The only things that I'll probably have to stock up on again for dinners is maybe some of these fresh produce items, but I did choose a lot of frozen vegetable items so that I could limit the time that I have to go to the grocery store. So basically, I think we can do it, okay? And then some of these vegetables can actually be frozen here, like the Trader Joe's mirepoix right here. You can actually just stick those right into the freezer. And then I also did buy some pizza doughs as well, and I plan to put those in the freezer. So we have a mix of like some frozen foods here, and then we have a lot of shelf stable foods. Okay, so starting over here, and like I said, everything here is vegan. So we have this shredded potato hash browns. I bought a big 5-pound bag of russet potatoes. I bought a 1-pound bag of carrots. I got 3 of these Trader Joe's mirepoix. These are so great for making soup. They basically make it so you don't have to chop really anything, and they're packed with a lot of nutrition with the celery, onion, and carrot. And these are just about, I think, $3.49 per container. Then I wanted to try out these sweet potato fries. I thought that was kind of a fun way to have some potatoes in a dish that would be quick, cheap, and easy. And like I said, we're doing cheap here, okay? Cheap and easy. So we're not really trying to do too much chopping or a whole lot of food prep with this whole haul here. Okay, and I was looking at the frozen broccoli and I realized it's actually a little bit cheaper to get 1 pound of fresh broccoli instead of the frozen bags. So I did choose to get some fresh broccoli. And then I got a head of iceberg lettuce because that's basically the cheapest lettuce that you can purchase at Trader Joe's. And it's a whole head for I think about $1.50. And then we got a cabbage here. This is a whole head of cabbage for I think $2. So that's a nice cruciferous leafy green as well. And then I did get one of these vegan kale cashew basil pestos. These are so popular. This is great as a sauce, but it's also packed with a lot of leafy greens and garlic and even some nuts. So I did want to include that as part of like a vegetable item. Okay, and then I only got 1 onion. I probably should have bought more onions, but I'll probably end up having to get more of those throughout the month. But we're gonna start with 1 onion. And then I did get 1 head of garlic. This is a fresh head of garlic. It was about 50 cents for the head. The onion was about 99 cents. And then in the frozen section, I was super pleasantly surprised to see so many vegetables in the frozen section, especially cruciferous vegetables like frozen Brussels sprouts, and then the petite peas. This is actually a legume. And just, I can't remember the price of everything off the top of my head, but when I was going through the store, I was looking for the cheapest option that had the most servings. So my criteria was basically it had to have at least 4 servings so that I could make 1 meal with the whole bag. So that's kind of what the criteria that I was using when I was shopping. Then I also got a couple bags of these fire roasted bell peppers and onions. These are perfect for Mexican meals like fajitas and even some soups. And I like that it's onion and bell peppers together because bell peppers are packed with vitamin C and onions are super healthy for you as well. Then I also really like this organic riced cauliflower in the frozen section. This is a great way to keep the cruciferous vegetables in your freezer without having to do any preparation for this. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use for this yet. I might put it into pasta, but I also might use it in a soup. We'll see. Okay, and then I really wanted to do like a tofu pineapple fried rice. So I did get a bag of frozen pineapple. This was only $2 for about 1 pound of pineapple already diced up for you. So that's a pretty good deal. Pineapple's packed with a lot of nutrition. So I do want to incorporate that into a dinner. And then this cauliflower gnocchi is really fun. And I figured this would be good as like maybe a side dish. And it includes some cauliflower, cruciferous vegetables, but I'm also thinking maybe a soup. So we'll kind of see what ends up coming out of using this cauliflower gnocchi. Then for some fun items, I did get some of these Trader Joe's potato tots. So my family, they really like some of these items like this, potato tots and things like that, and waffle fries. So this kind of excites my family and keeps things interesting on the dinner table without me having to do a whole lot of meal prep or chopping and things like that. You can actually put these like in the air fryer and they cook up really quickly. And then I really like this organic foursome vegetable medley. It's just packed with nutrition. It even has legumes in the green beans. It has corn, peas is another legume, carrots. So this is either gonna go with maybe a pasta dish or even in a soup or like a casserole. Okay, and here's my other bag of bell peppers and onions. So I got 2 bags of those. And then let's move on to the grain section here. So the cornbread mix, I got a box of that. It normally calls for 1 egg and some oil and some milk, but instead we're going to substitute that, I think, for some applesauce and probably water. I'm not certain exactly how I'm going to veganize this cornbread mix, but stay tuned because I will be veganizing that cornbread mix. We're going to be serving that with like some chili as well. And then this 10-minute farro is great because it cooks in 10 minutes like it says. And this is just a nice grain that you can add as like a side dish, but it's also perfect for soups. So I plan on probably putting that in as like a grain in a soup. They're really good. These organic French baguettes. These are so delicious. This is going to be able to cut into 4 portions to serve 4 people for 1 meal. And I'm probably going to do like a tofu caprese sandwich with this. We'll see what I end up doing. but that's going to be fun to use. I can put that into the freezer, so that can actually last me quite a while. Okay, and then some of the other grains, I got 1 bag of jasmine rice. This was a 3-pound bag, and I think it was $4. So this is actually a really cheap, inexpensive way to get rice. We'll probably use this for like stir fries. We'll see. I mean, I have so many ideas for rice. And there's going to be a lot of rice in this one. Okay, and then I got a bunch of different pastas. I basically grabbed one of each of the basically 99-cent pastas that they have at Trader Joe's. I love that these are only $1. It's like actually cheaper than the Dollar Tree. And I just think it's a better ingredients that they have than the ones at the Dollar Tree. So I definitely like to stock up on these pastas at Trader Joe's. I got orzo, which I think is going to be really good in a soup. Penne, which is really good with like tomatoes and olives. Rigatoni. I usually like to make like a creamy rigatoni sauce. So we'll see what I make with that. And then the farfalle, this is like a bow tie pasta. This is usually good with those green peas, so probably make something similar to that. Then I got linguine. This is like a thicker, flat, long noodle. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use that, but we'll see. The spaghetti, probably like a marinara. I did get some tempeh, so I might do a tempeh spaghetti marinara. Then capellini, which is also called angel hair pasta. This pasta cooks up in like 3 minutes. So this is a super perfect pasta for a really quick weeknight meal. And then other grains I got, this organic couscous. This is probably the quickest cooking grain. It basically, all you do is you boil water and then you pour it on top of the couscous and then you let it sit for about 5 minutes and it fluffs up into like a nice fluffy couscous side dish. So this is really delicious warm as well as cold. So I can make like a couscous salad or serve that as like like a bed of grain with like maybe some tomatoes on top. I'm not sure yet. Okay, and then this bag of flour is an unbleached, enriched, all-purpose flour. This was only $3 for, I think it's 5 pounds. So I figured just grabbing a bag of this would be a good idea, because then if I didn't buy like enough grains for the whole month, I could actually make like bread with this. I can make tortillas. I can use it as like a crust, pastry crust. I'm not sure yet. So I did grab 3 packages of the active dry yeast. This was 99 cents. So it can definitely make at least 3 to 6 loaves of bread between just those 2 ingredients with a little salt added and maybe some olive oil. Okay, and then I also recently posted a video of like 54 of my favorite staple pantry items from Trader Joe's, and this was one of the items, was these stone ground yellow corn taco shells. And these are perfect, especially for shelf stable tacos. All I do is I basically put those in the air fryer to heat them up a little bit, and those are so delicious. They're quick, they're cheap, they're easy, and I love that they're organic. Okay, and then another item that is great for especially budget meals. This lavash bread has 12 slices of lavash. You can make wraps with this. You can also toast it and make like flatbread pizzas. It's just so versatile, and you can store it in the freezer for a longer shelf life. But this was, I think, $2. I think it was $2 for 12 lavash breads. And I love that it's whole wheat. So this is a great option for Trader Joe's for super cheap meals. And then another great whole wheat option at Trader Joe's for cheap meals are these whole wheat English muffins. These are, I think, $2 for 6 of these. I'm going to use these as burger buns for some masala burgers that I purchased. So stay tuned for that. Okay, and then one more grain that I got was this harvest blend. This is fun. I think it was about $3 for this whole package. It makes 10 servings. And it doesn't only have grains, it has beans too. So it's like a nice mixture of grains and beans all in one package, and it's really quick to prepare. So this, I think, is going to be really good in like a soup. So we'll probably make soup with that. And then moving on from the grain section, we're going to go to our vegetable section here. So these are some of the cheapest canned items that they have at Trader Joe's. A lot of them are organic, and these are perfect for just adding to meals, to making sauces, but they're also vegetables, so you're getting a lot of nutrition in them. I got a jar of olives. This is gonna go really good with some pasta. This was $3. This tomato sauce, I think, is about $1, maybe $2, something like that, but it's organic tomato sauce. So this is just a really handy product to have on hand for tomato sauces, for pizza sauce, all kinds of things you could do with that. You can mix the tomato sauce with some tomato paste to make a quick pizza sauce. And then I also got the diced and fire roasted green chili with green chilies, tomatoes, and that's going to be perfect for a chili soup. So I like that it has the green chilies in it and tomatoes all together in one can. That's just like a really cheap way to add a lot of flavor to a chili dish without adding a lot of cost. Then I like these organic tomatoes that are fire roasted, crushed with tomato puree. This was $3 for a can. So this is about almost 1.5 pounds of tomatoes for $3. And this is 14 ounces, which is, I think, $2 for a can. So it's actually a little bit more economical to purchase this can if you can afford it in your grocery budget. And then I got 2 cans of tomato paste. Those are perfect for tomato sauce, for a pizza, all kinds of things. So, or soups as well. And then I got, let's see, some corn. That's going to go in the chili. And then I did pick up one of these boxes of vegetable samosas. This isn't probably the most cheapest item, but I thought just to kind of mix things up a little bit, this would be fun. We can make like maybe an Indian meal. We'll kind of see, but these are like a nice little treat to have. Another vegetable item here are these hash browns. That's another potato item. I probably should have put it over here, but these are going to be good. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do with those yet, but those will probably be like a side dish. Maybe we'll layer those in a casserole or something like that. Okay, and then I did get these vegetable masala burgers. This is like an Indian flavor. That'd probably actually go really well with these vegetable samosas as a side dish. I think we'll probably serve them on English muffins as a bun, but we shall see. And then let's head over to our legume section. You definitely want to stock up on a lot of legumes for a vegan diet. So I did get a few options over here. I did get this one big bag of green lentils. This has like 10 servings and it was, I think, $1.99 for the bag. So I'll probably make like a lentil stew with that. I might make it as like a filling for something. I'm not certain yet, but lentils are packed with iron and protein, so those are definitely great and they're really cheap for a vegan diet. And then for beans, I like to kind of get a variety of beans so that I don't get too burnt out on just one type of bean. So these cans of garbanzo beans and these cans of black beans right here are not organic, but they're only 89 cents a can. So that's probably the cheapest bean option at Trader Joe's. And then for a little bit of variety, these are a little bit more expensive. They're $1.09 a can are the organic beans, but they offer some other types of beans than just the garbanzo and black bean. So I got 3 cans of pinto beans. Those are probably going to be like for bean burritos or some sort of bean dish. I'm not sure yet. And then I got Great Northern beans. These are the highest in calcium beans that you can find normally at a regular grocery store. So I like to try and get like the highest calcium foods as much as possible. It's probably one of the harder things to get into everyone's diet. So the Great Northern beans are definitely a must for a plant-based diet. And then I got a can of kidney beans. This is probably going to go with the black beans together as like a chili. Okay, and then one item I really like that I was just featuring in my last video of those pantry items that I mentioned are these traditional fat-free refried beans. The ingredients are super simple. It's just cooked beans, water, and salt. And this is a perfect can of beans for making really quick meals because the beans are already refried. They're already like basically ready to serve. So you could just scoop the beans out of there and smear them in a tortilla and then make like a really quick bean wrap. If you have like a really, if you only have a few minutes to make something, that's a super great item to have for quick, cheap, easy vegan meals. Okay, and then some other legumes. I did get a package of this Mediterranean style hummus. This is $4 and it has quite a few servings in it. So I figured this would be really good, probably on those like lavash breads as like a wrap, you know, a hummus wrap. And then I also did get a bag of the fully cooked falafel. These are great because you could pop them in an air fryer. They do have a decent amount of protein in them, 6 grams of protein per serving. There's 3.5 servings per container. So I figured I could do like a hummus, falafel wrap with those lavashes for one of the dinners. And then a staple in our house is this organic firm tofu from Trader Joe's. This has 5 servings of tofu in one package for $1.79. This is such a versatile food and it's packed with protein. It even has calcium added into it. So this is something that I like to serve often. You can make this like a soy sauce Asian flavor dish. You can make it into a scramble. You can serve it with barbecue sauce. You could do like a peanut sauce on it. There's just so many options that you can do with some tofu. Or you could do a tofu caprese sandwich like I mentioned earlier. It's just like kind of endless. So I definitely always like to stock up on tofu. It's cheap, it's packed with protein, and it's delicious. And then another soy item is the organic tempeh. This is another item that I keep stocked in my pantry often. This is like great as like a meat replacement in sauces and casseroles. It's also like I make vegan bacon out of it. So I definitely like to keep one of these or so in my refrigerator at all times. Okay, and then let's just go over here to the seasoning area. When you do a big haul like this all at one time, you actually can pretty much afford to stock up on some of these sauces and pantry items instead of if you just shop like every week and you only have a little bit of money to spend every week. So for people who are on food stamps and they get a large allocation once a month, this is a good idea to do like a big haul like this all at one time if you can, because then you have some room in your budget to actually season things and purchase things like maybe some oil or peanut butter or tahini that you probably couldn't buy in just like a small, really small weekly budget. So here's some items that I definitely stocked up on. These are some of the cheapest items at Trader Joe's that are perfect for making a variety of meals. So I got a bottle of the lemon juice. It's usually cheaper than trying to buy a bunch of lemons and it's more shelf stable. I really like the ketchup at Trader Joe's. It's organic, it's delicious, and it's cheap. This was a really cheap thing. It was like $2, this sweet mustard and dill sauce. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to use that, but that'll be a fun one. Then I grabbed a bottle of the organic apple cider vinegar. That's perfect for dressing any type of salads, for adding acid to any type of recipe. And then I got 2 boxes of the vegetable broth because this is going to be great for adding to soups. And then these are the seasonings that I chose because they were the least expensive and packed with the most different flavorings. So I wanted to get like a variety of seasonings that were cheap that I could use in a variety of dishes. So I got the 21 Seasoning Salute, this Green Goddess seasoning blend, the onion salt, the pizza sprinkle. This will be good on those pizza. It could basically season a pizza sauce. And then I got a taco seasoning mix. This is going to be great for chilies and any type of fajita dish. And then this is a really good one, this sofrito. This has like chili flakes, onions, oregano, all kinds of different things, all in just one jar. I think this was almost $4, but it's pretty big. And a lot of the dishes that I am going to make are going to have these flavors required. So sometimes it's cheaper to buy these blends than it is to buy like individual bottles of like oregano or garlic powder or things like that. And then as far as sauces, the barbecue sauce is pretty cheap. I think it was $2 or $3. This will be really delicious on like tofu or maybe the tempeh or as a dipping sauce especially. And then I got a bottle of tahini. This will be good with the garbanzo beans. I can actually make more hummus if I wanted to with this, but tahini is basically sesame seed paste, and this is a great thing. You could even make like a creamy milk with this. You could use this to add fat to dishes. And then I grabbed a bottle of the peanut butter. I'm gonna use this to make like a peanut sauce, basically. I'm gonna combine, so I didn't have to buy like a single bottle of soy sauce. I decided to get this General Tso's stir fry sauce, which has soy sauce in it. So I'm basically gonna combine this sauce with peanut butter to make like a peanut soy sauce. And then I got 1 bottle of olive oil. This is basically the one I chose because it was the cheapest, largest bottle at Trader Joe's. And I like that it's cold pressed and extra virgin. So some olive oils are like a blend of different oils, or they use like a chemical process to extract the oil. So this is in my opinion, the best option for the cheapest price at Trader Joe's. And then lastly, I did get a package of chia seeds. Chia seeds are also super high in calcium. So I basically use this sometimes as an egg replacement as well. You can soak this with a little water and puree it to use as an egg replacer. And since I did get that bag of flour, I figured maybe I can use this to make maybe some chia tortillas, or I'm not certain yet exactly, but I wanted to make sure to have chia seeds available as well. All right, so that was my big grocery haul. The next thing that I have to do is I need to, and if you've seen any of my recent videos, I have my pantry here. I emptied my pantry and I have just a couple pantry staples that I already had on hand, which I did not include in this budget, but is some nutritional yeast. That gives things like a nice cheesy flavor and adds B vitamins and protein to dishes. Then I also had some tomato powder, turmeric, which is part of the Daily Dozen, garlic powder, salt, oregano, and basil. So those are just some items I already had, as well as some sugar, which I'll need some of the sugar to activate the yeast to make bread. So that's basically what I have my pantry looking like now. I emptied these containers right here, and I'm going to fill them with some of the pantry staples here. I'm going to take these cans, I'm going to fill my pantry with them. So I'm going to do that now, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to put like little kits together of the items that would go together. So I'm putting the yeast together with the flour and the applesauce together with the cornbread mix, and then trying to keep like the grains in one area so I know when I'm ready to meal prep that I just go to the grain section when I'm looking for a grain to use. And then this also is like helping me allocate, so I know, okay, this should last me about a month for dinners of rice. And I know it says quinoa, but it's okay. Okay, and then same thing with the beans. I'm just gonna put lentils right in here. And then I just love having everything on display so that when I'm going to choose what to make, nothing is like really jumbled. Okay, let's start filling everything up into my pantry. Okay, I got grains up at the top. Okay, that actually fits there nicely, which makes room for this grain. All right, nice. Okay, so then these lentils can go here. Okay, now let's start putting the broth in here. Beans. Tomatoes can go in this area. Corn, olives, and seasonings. And then some of these items I'm going to put into the refrigerator because these will go in the refrigerator like this after I open them. so here's my dinner pantry. This is basically going to be where I go when I'm ready to look for dinner items to make. This is all the items that I purchased from Trader Joe's from that big vegan grocery haul, and this is just going to be dedicated to making dinners. Okay, well, I hope that you enjoyed this big, huge vegan grocery haul for a whole month of dinner ingredients from Trader Joe's. And I have everything in my pantry right there, so I'll be using that to make dinners throughout the whole month. So make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed so that you can see the different dinners that I create out of these vegan Trader Joe's items. Well, thanks for tuning in with me today, and I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.